We're going to talk about Google Vids. If you're not using Google Vids, this is a tool to make videos using Google, which has been long awaited. And so I'm going to give you a little tour of that. Now, the first thing we know is that pretty much everything, not everything, but pretty much everything follows the same pattern. It's the product name .google.com. So if you're talking about Google Vids, we're talking about vids.google.com. So let's go ahead and start there. Let me share my screen. Okay, so I'm going to go to vids.google.com. And this account does not have Google Gemini. Now, I would hope that all schools would upgrade to allow for the Google Gemini because it really provides a lot of value, particularly with Google Vids. If this was a Google Gemini enabled Google Vids account, then it would allow me to describe what I want a video of, or even better yet, I can attach a Google Doc that has my lesson plan or my notes that I want to create a video on, and it's just going to make the whole video for me, which is quite magical and a super time saver. But this one does not have Gemini, so I'm going to have less options. So I'm going to click Start a New Video, and you'll see that I have the option if I want to make it landscape. This is a new feature, is that you can choose the size, the style of video that you want, if you want to be landscape, portrait, or square. You can straight record yourself. I would not recommend starting here because you can always record yourself. You don't have to do this. The problem with this is if you go straight to the record, is I couldn't find the teleprompter feature, which is what I want to show you specifically today because that's one of my favorites. So you can upload, you can do some templates, convert some slides. But let's just go ahead and start with a blank Google Vids. Take a little look at this. Now what's nice is that the team that does Google Slides also is the team that does Google Vids. So this is going to look very familiar to you if you use Google Slides. So the first thing is, what are we going to make a video about? So I'm going to make a video about creating video. All right, so we see here we have the menus of things that you can insert. So you can insert text boxes. Now what's going to make this different than Google Slides, it does have insert video recording as opposed to inserting a video that you already have. Now this Google Vids saves to Google Drive. Yes! That's really great because it makes it easy to find. And they're always adding new features. So every time I open this up, I'm like, oh, that's new, that's cool. So as you're going around, you can just kind of see what the options are. Again, a lot of it is very similar to just using Google Slides. And video size is where you can change it from being landscape, portrait, or square. But what I want to show you is over here on the side where I go to record, I am going to be able to enter a script. So I'm going to put a script here. Hello, everyone. My name is Alice, and today we are going to talk about making videos using Google Vids. I love this feature. And I'm going to start recording. And you'll see now that it actually is showing the transcript that for my teleprompter, which makes it really helpful. So you can have a rolling or a manual. So the rolling is going to automatically predict where you're at. It's going to listen to you and go along with you. Or you can manually have to scroll it up, which I find to be very awkward. So I'm going to increase or decrease my text size. And you can see I can increase or decrease the speed. And I can share my camera and screen, just my screen, or record my audio if you just want to do a voiceover. I'm going to start this recording. Hello everyone, my name is Alice, and today we are going to be talking about making videos using Google Vids. So you can see that that teleprompter is right there with me. I love that feature. And I can just go ahead and insert that into my video. Now you have your timeline down here at the bottom. I'm going to click a plus sign so I can add some additional time. Now this video is just kind of floating on the canvas so I can resize that if I don't want it to be full screen. I can also do some different animation or different options. What I usually would use though is this cropping tool, because if I want it to be a circle, so I'm up here in the toolbar, you see the crop video. I'm gonna make that into a circle. If you want to make it a circle, resize it so you can put it kind of overlaying on top. The other way you can do that is you can insert a video recording, which is usually my preferred way to do this. Now you'll notice here I don't have a transcript on this scene. So since this scene doesn't have a transcript, I don't have the teleprompter. But that made it easy to just stick a video right on that particular scene. So that's really the basics there. I love to use the teleprompter, so I just wanted to encourage you to get started using Google Vids and get the teleprompter going. So you can see here where you can click on record, and that's where you can put your transcript for each scene. So let's add a new scene. And on this scene, I'm going to click record. I'm on scene 3. Here's where I can put my transcript. Hey everyone, here is everything I want to say. You can choose here if you're going to do camera, screen and camera, voiceover. I'm just going to close this because I added my teleprompter. Now when I insert my video recording, you can see that it is showing my script for my teleprompter. So the key is when you record the video, you want to make sure that you go to record and that you have what you want to say already in your transcript so that it'll fuel your teleprompter. Love this feature. It's so easy to use, built right into Google Vids. So that's vids.google.com, vids.google.com. And you can see that my video is stored right here. But also if I go to Google Drive, drive.google.com, you can see that it is also just stored right here in my Google Drive, which is really awesome. Now, what are you going to do with this video when you're done creating it? So you have several options. Because it's in Google Drive, it acts like a Google Drive file. You can just share it. So I just copy the link, obviously change it to anyone with the link or whatever share access you want to do. Copy the link, paste that. People can just watch it basically from Google Drive. Or you can file download, and you can download it as either a video or as a GIF. I guess that's a new feature. I didn't see that before. But I do this a lot. I download it as an MP4 and then I upload it to YouTube if that is how you want to share your videos through YouTube as opposed to just sharing it through Drive. Now, since Google Vids is in Google Drive, you can just easily add it to any Google Classroom assignment, just like you would a Google Doc or a Google Sheet spreadsheet, those particular things. So it's really easy to share. So we're going to start at vids.google.com. You're going to create your video, you're going to use the record option to add your transcript, and away you go. All right, so that is your tip